stretching almost 6,000 miles from east to west. This is the biggest country on our planet. But it's also a land of mystery. With some of the most extreme habitats anywhere on Earth. In this remote and isolated wilderness, some of nature's most incredible animals have adapted in amazing ways. But this wild refuge is a fragile paradise. Here, some of the planet's rarest and most iconic creatures must battle for territory and for their very survival. Welcome to the wild Eden of Russia. Sunrise in a wilderness of almost unimaginable proportions. This country is so vast, dawn may be breaking here on Russia's eastern coast. But the sun won't rise on its western frontier for another 11 hours. Covering over 6 million square miles between Eastern Europe and the Pacific, Russia's biodiversity is amazingly varied and harbors many important yet vulnerable habitats. Towering mountains, vast deserts, and almost a quarter of all trees on our planet. But perhaps Russia's most threatened region is found on its very northern frontier. For most of the year, Russia's entire Arctic coast is locked in sea ice. But climate change means the polar ice cap's summer volume has decreased by 2/3 since the 1980s. And at this time of year, these melting ice floes now retreat hundreds of miles from land. But this changing marine habitat is actually home to the planet's biggest land-living carnivore. Marooned here among the dwindling ice, and now fighting for survival. A female polar bear, hunting for seals. But getting close enough to catch one at this time of year will be extremely tough. Swimming between the fractured summer sea ice is much more strenuous than when the seas are frozen. It also makes it easier for her prey to escape. But just finding a seal among thousands of ice floes is the biggest challenge. So the bear has developed an ingenious hunting strategy to help sniff out her prey. She is traveling north into the wind. Then, by moving left and right in long zigzags, she constantly sniffs the air. This allows her nose to scour a much larger area than moving in a straight line. And the bear appears to have picked up a scent. A bearded seal resting on an ice floe, more than a mile ahead. The hunt is now on. Moving silently through the water, the bear begins to close in on the seal. She's moving in the right direction, but she's still more than half a mile away from the seal, and she still hasn't seen it. So the bear must repeatedly climb out onto the ice, using only her nose to remain locked onto her target. This bear may be the world's biggest land carnivore, but she can enter the water without making even the slightest ripple, as she gradually closes in. When basking in the Arctic sunshine, seals maintain their guard at all times. But the bear's stealth and camouflage make her almost indistinguishable from a piece of sea ice. Even with the bear now just yards away, the seal has no idea of what's about to take place. Slipping beneath the surface, now moving beneath the ice. The bear just needs to select the perfect moment to strike. The seal reacts quickly in a desperate attempt to evade the bear. But like most hunts at this time of year, the fractured summer sea ice means the long hunt has been a waste of valuable energy. For Russia's polar bears, winter cannot come soon enough.